Hey guys, voir dire, let's get it. Joe Walsh criticizes Michelle Obama for attending Hadia Pendleton's funeral. This is brought to voir dire by Degrio. This was published February 8, 2013. Anyways, Joe Walsh, former Tea Party congressman, is criticizing USA First Lady Michelle Obama for attending the funeral of the young Chicago shooting victim Hadia Pendleton. As you all know, Hadia Pendleton was shot on her way walking home, I believe, and she had a week previous had went to the inauguration of President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden. And here she is dead at the age of 15. She was an honor student. She was a phenomenal young lady, had the future ahead of her, and it was taken away from her in Chicago due to gun violence. Anyways, former Tea Party Congressman Joe Walsh basically went, I guess, kind of attacked Michelle Obama on Twitter by saying, "Heartbroken Michelle Obama attending funeral of Hadia Pendleton. I guess the other 553 murder victims didn't break her heart." That was the first tweet. Then he sent another tweet. "Most of the 553 Chicago murder victims in 2012 and 2013 were young black males. Is she attending the funeral to make a political point?" His second tweet directed to First Lady Michelle Obama. I'm going to say this. Some people are going to look at this as, oh, he's being racist because he's white. Let's just be honest. Joe Walsh, Tea Partier, come on. Most people are going to say he's being racist. However, I thought it was a little odd too at first, but then when you actually look at what he said, let's just be honest, it is true. You know, 553 men and women, mostly men, mostly black male, were murdered in Chicago. Why is it February 2013, all of a sudden, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama want to address this? And it's not even Obama addressing it, because he's not going to the funeral. He's sending his wife. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that is honorable and respectful of First Lady Michelle Obama to come to Chicago. But then again, it's like you should come to Chicago. Okay, you guys can go to Sandy Hook, and don't get me wrong. What happened to Sandy Hook, 28 people died, mostly children, was horrible. However, this picking and choosing when you guys want to show respect, I mean, you can go to Sandy Hook Elementary's visual, but you can't come to Chicago. You can't come to Detroit, Michigan. You can't come to Flint, Michigan. You can't come to urban areas and pay respect to the people who are being shot dead in the streets. And then I get tired of this whole, well, you know, they want to get killed. They're drug dealers. They're gangsters. They're thugs. They're bad people. Everybody who lives in the inner city or the urban communities and the hoods and the ghettos and the barrios are not bad people. Yes, you got people there that sell drugs, that beat up folks, that are thugs and gangsters and hoes and sluts. But everybody is not like that. Just like you got people in the suburbs in these old rich, fancy neighborhoods and homes that are hoes, sluts, drug dealers, and gangsters. Heck, most of the people in our Congress are gangsters, if you want to know who the real thugs are. Okay? They're walking around wearing business suits and carrying briefcases, not walking around with their pants sagging down with guns on their waist. Do I think it's nice that Michelle Obama is paying respect? Yes, but my thing is this. I'm going to keep it real. What Joe Walsh said, it makes sense. What former Tea Party Congressman Joe Walsh said makes sense. You know, you're going to have some black people who are going to look at this as he's being racist. At first, I thought he was a bit as well. But now when I look at it, if he was black, everybody would be more so saying it's the truth. Because it's about time that the Obamas address this, first of all, not only the city, Chicago, because that's where you got your political start from, Mr. President and Miss First Lady. You were raised in Chicago, so that, I mean, my goodness, you guys should be almost ambassadors for Chicago as well as representing America, but that's where you're from, and you have yet to address all these murders that take place. And my thing is, we're tripping about 553. Shoot, Chicago has always had a high murder rate. If we go back to 1984, you had over 600 murders, homicides going on. So don't even go, and that's in 1984. Here it is, 2013, we have 553. I look at my hometown of Flint, Michigan. Here we are, we a small area, very small city. However, we got 60 plus homicides, people getting killed every other week, funerals every other week, court arrangements every other week, people you knew and grew up with, family members dead at the funeral, in the casket, at the cemetery, in prison, in jail, and yet you don't see any of these politicians that we keep voting for. We keep wasting our money, time, and effort to get them reelected. They don't never address our issues. Yet they always want to panhandle and get our votes. It's ridiculous. Yes, it's nice that First Lady Michelle Obama is coming to the funeral, but my goodness, what took you so long? What took you so long to come back home to where you supposedly were born and raised and address the issues? That's all I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. This is voir dire. Truth will be spoke, whether you like it or don't like it. Bye-bye.